up, you guys? It's your girl, Key.
I'm Tay.
I'm Clee.
And I'm Court, and you're here with another episode of Party for a Podcast.
Plus one.
Okay, period.
Period. He want to be me so bad.
I'm really the mediator. I'm the host of this whole thing.
Look, let Steve come and give us
Right.
He comes and gives us balance here.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it. So
gonna
what's
be
been
drunk
going? Look, y'all, we've been drinking. I've been drinking.
I've been drinking.
Watermelon.
Wow. Ooh, you been drinking watermelon, bitch. What are you in? Look at Fiance. She been drinking watermelon. She been spawning babies.
No. Apple juice, I was saying.
Pedialyte. Bitch gonna need some Pedialyte. Bitch had to get not
Liquid IV.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
What it is?
I'm
Liquid
calling
IV.
it food.
Betty Ford, what's that?
He always.
You ain't giving nobody no motherfucking ideas.
Bad food.
You need it if you all been drinking.
Ooh, shit, this shit is strong.
On the job. You're drinking on the
Look
job.
at him. I know he throw burn.
What you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You drinking on the job every day.
Drinking. I get some on
Every day.
Mine's burning too.
If y'all come to Tristan's, you know she drinks on the job every day.
Ooh, dude. Say,
Yeah, I be drinking.
Wow.
I drink so much now, y'all. I be thinking when I be driving on, I be saying, "Damn, I need to stop going and give me a drink." And I be like, "I can't wait till I get 30 to get drunk." Like that's what old people do. I feel like an old woman.
It ain't nothing else to do.
Ain't nothing else to do. I be drinking.
Have you a drink?
And my
and
dude just be
chill.
like,
chill.
I come in the house with a brown bag. He be looking like, "What you got?" Y'all
Don't
know
worry
it.
about it.
Y'all know
Don't
what
worry
the brown
about it.
bag
Hey,
is.
I'm feeling like this. People like Betty White and stuff. They used to drink.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something.
They had a drink every day.
My grandmama is still so vibrant in her age, and she used to be a motherfucking beer drinking. But she got saved like probably like in her 50s. Well, she always been saved, but like around 50 something ish. She kind of had slacked off on the drinking and stuff, so she doesn't really drink like that anymore. But let me tell you something. I am a firm believer in just living your motherfucking life and being happy and having
Yeah.
fun and joy is what will make you live long.
Yeah, but
It ain't even. Clear, you guys. We do not condone drinking. We do not condone drugs.
No, not
Any
at all.
of that. You live your life. You do what you do. However, I do know so many old people who be like dead ass drunks and cigarette smoking motherfuckers and don't ever get fucking.
I pray that ain't me.
Okay,
I pray that ain't
so I want to go into the first topic,
Okay.
piggybacking off what you're saying with substance. Okay, so recently they had the whole thing with President Biden's son, where somebody hacked his iCloud and they, recovered videos and text messages and all of that nature with him, basically getting high with prostitutes and strippers and
Wasn't no.
just doing all kinds of stuff.
Right.
So basically,
That's what niggas do. Period.
do you think that should affect Biden and what he got going on his presidency, or should people just overlook that?
Absolutely not. People need to mind their own motherfucking business. Those folks got money. If I had money, I would be high too. Bitch, I can't afford it. The fuck? Let them
I think that shouldn't affect it. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't have control over what
Right.
his son
And
got
children
going.
deviate
from parents.
Well,
His
son.
grown
Right.
son. His grown son should just
I mean,
think about what
he
he
was weighing
do.
crack.
Huh?
He was weighing crack on a scale.
He was weighing crazy.
He was weighing it. I don't know if he was selling it.
But
or what.
like
Look,
I said,
that ain't got nothing to do with that.
No, you can't do that.
People need to stop dictating
But it
what
was the son, not the president.
yeah.
Right, but I'm saying you cannot hold the president
Yeah,
accountable.
oh,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
He's grown.
But what his grown
right.
son doing, he can't control that. Right.
Cause I'm gonna tell you, like, when you really think about it, those kids, cause we kind of talked about in the last episode about childhood trauma, like those kids be really exposed so much so early and so soon because their parents aren't really active in there because they're in the spotlight. So they're in politics, they're working so much. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about, I don't have kids, but y'all do. And you think about how, because we create jokes all the time here about how we spend so much time together, especially now since we have the party of four. So between us actually being here at the salon working, and then now we have our off day where we use it to, do this something. This is a passion project for all of us. Like, we spend so much time away from our families. You know what I'm saying? And luckily, you know, you have your boyfriend, y'all both have y'all kids' fathers and stuff like that to, you know, help out and be a part and stuff like that. But you gotta think about how much time y'all spend away working to be able to provide for your children. That you may miss out on things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have kids and I don't necessarily fully understand, but I have 7 nephews to the point that I can kind of understand. I have a lot of friends with kids that I can kind of see like how your child can get slipped through the cracks with
Yeah.
most stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And then it's likely people are able to have fun without the media and the world judging them.
Mhm.
Like
I got
if he want to do crack or sell it or whatever, go ahead, boy. Goddamn it, it's the land of the free was supposed to be.
Anybody else want to elaborate on this?
Just say no to drugs, okay?
Exactly.
Y'all.
And let me clear this up. When I say that I be getting high, I ain't talking about crack.
No, because I'm gonna smoke my weed back. Period.
Yeah, like that.
No. Look, a real quick joke. So why my 10-year-old, right? He sent me a picture of some crackers he wanted. He gonna text me and say, can you buy some crack? He forgot to put the ER in there. I'm gonna need you to put the ER in there. Crackers. Dad could be looking at these texts and telling them, can you buy some crack? No, I would have said, yes. I'm not doing it. So no crack. No crack.
Right.
Anybody
No,
wanna
say no to
elaborate
drugs.
on the next one?
Come on, go ahead, baby.
Okay, so we was talking about how, you know, stuff that people do in their personal lives, their you know, professional life. So I want to talk about the stuff that I've been seeing in the news with what's his name, Dr. Ray, the superintendent for Shelby, where the people are saying basically, you know, he had a divorce, his divorce, whatever came out, and the wife was saying that he had extramarital affairs. And basically she's naming, like, I guess some women that probably work under him or whatever. So do you feel that because of what he's done within his marriage, well, you know, outside his marriage, do you feel like that should affect his personal career? But I feel like maybe it's affecting it because of, you know, the people that they're saying that he's having, you know, these affairs with, the people that work with. But at the same time, like, I don't feel like that's anybody's business. And I don't feel like that affects his career.
Well,
to a certain extent.
yeah.
That's his overall character.
No,
I don't feel like it should affect it, but you know the world that we live in. So it's like we gotta, you. I mean, it's nothing wrong with whatever he want to do, but he gotta know his position and whatever his work, and he know it's reality. We know that people judge, people you know what I'm saying. So when we do think about doing things like that, you know, we just gotta think about it before we do it, because even though it's nothing wrong with me doing this, but if people are higher above me, what they gonna think and what's gonna happen?
Yeah, they protesting him.
Technically it is something wrong with cheating and having an affair.
Yeah.
However,
getting caught is one thing. It's a whole other thing.
Well, they found it in I guess the news obtained the documents.
Right.
And they see, you know, what she's divorcing him
him
for.
for.
And the news is pressing this issue and putting it out
that he's having affairs, and the truth of
with the women that work with.
They got the media ain't got shit.
Let me tell you something though, y'all, and we know this. Niggas cheat.
Right.
Period.
You gotta watch the news for that.
You ain't got to understand that. And my thing is, whether or not, because I'm gonna tell you this, I could be going through some shit at home. I could be dealing with whatever with my nigga. But I'm still coming here and say that bitch. Yeah. They don't have nothing to do with the other. You can't say I'm not
Some people
clean.
like,
But if you're that person and you're super duper moral and value, and you feel like, damn, Clea be out here fucking off on her nigga, but she up here slaying bitches' hair, like you ain't gonna if you feel like you need to pick your other styles because you feel like me cheating on my husband, you know what I'm
They
saying?
don't take away from your work though.
Yeah, it doesn't. So I do believe that, because the truth of the matter is we all are flawed. We all
and I'm gonna tell you, I'm sure a couple of them protesters they did the same thing. They just they want to protest against it, but they probably ain't got caught.
Right.
They can't cheat. Cheating is I just feel like, you know, this one guy that I was dating. Well, I can say we was dating. We was just talking, and we hung out a couple of times. But he made a good point, because I was on another podcast. Shout out to Frank, and we were talking about monogamy and everything. And he made a good point. He was like, I do believe in monogamous relationships. And he was like, but even with us being men, us being faithful, it's like he doesn't think that it's natural. He thinks that it is a thing that you constantly have to work in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He said, so naturally, as a man, I'm going to look, I'm going to be tempted, I'm going to want to fuck off. But I have to mentally, control myself to not do this. So it is a choice. So, he was like, he said, I believe in monogamy, but he doesn't believe that it is natural. So my thing is, motherfuckers going to cheat. And as a 36-year-old woman who's been single and dating, hey, I get it now.
And then
I didn't used to get it, but I get it now. Cause bitch, I'm single, so I can do what the fuck I want to do. But sometimes I might be, focusing on one nigga. Then when the next nigga come, I'm like him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I can do that because I can choose because I'm not in a relationship.
But then in two, I be thinking like, damn, if I was a nigga, it's so many bad women.
It's a bad bitch. I'd be like, you got four right here.
But
okay.
That goes to the Bible where they had multiple marriages. Within the Bible, they had many wives. So
they did.
How about many husbands?
Right, that's what I'm about to get it.
No,
did they have that?
In Africa, women have multiple husbands.
So take me back to the motherland.
Yeah,
I know, right?
It's a certain tribe. It's a certain tribe where the women have multiple husbands.
Cause I'm like, when they saying men in the Bible, men having multiple. What about us?
Right.
I mean,
I believe I'd be able to handle no pussy. I ain't got time for a nigga be beating my pussy up.
But at the same time, you have women that talk to different men for different things. So you have a man that fix things. You got a man that give you money.
Yeah.
You got a man that give it to you.
Building it.
It's some women do that. They have multiple men to amount to the one that they want.
So let me ask y'all this. They're just not in the United States. They just other parts of the world they can accept it. Because point me to the right part of the world I need to move to.
I feel like that when it comes to polygamous, things, I feel like there's something that's as ancient as time. When you look back into Roman times, you got men that had many wives, or that were in brothels had wives and still going to brothels and messing with prostitutes. So I feel like
powerful.
Yeah.
Y'all realize
it's like soul, like you pulling it like soul.
And
it's a soul tie.
It is. So, like with that being said, I had a blog that I started a couple years ago, and I wrote a whole blog post on why you should not have sex prematurely, even though I'm done it, But I mean, we have really reduced sex to just the act of fun.
Steve call it art.
And when you really think about it, it is a soulful connection when you do it.
Really?
It really is, to the point that because even if you just think that you're just fucking and you ain't got no feelings attached to a motherfucker, like Steve just said, sometimes sex control people so much they just want it all the time. Yeah. So it is powerful.
Even when you have sex with somebody and you just like it's like your damn heart skipping beats and shit. You ever had that before?
Have you had sex so good you cry?
Yeah.
You have sex with somebody that can be bad and they completely turn you out. You never want to talk to them no more because it was bad. You never get that person a second chance. Maybe it was all day.
You know what? And that's so true. I definitely said that in my blog. I said sex can do one or two things. It can either make you think that you're in love and you're not because it's so good and you're like, oh, I love this nigga. Yeah. Or it can make you think it could be a great nigga because he did not perform well. You like, But that's the man you're supposed to be with. Like you said, Steve said, he just had an off day. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like when it comes to that, you got to teach a person what you like. You got to teach a person what you want. True. Because everybody not going to automatically go with the same knowing that this something that you like.
The one that can do it.
I like my nipples leak. I don't know you like your nipples leak.
That's a soul tie.
I'm telling you.
That's a soul connection right there where you just know what I want and just give it to me.
I got mad at the man. He was tired. Damn, you tired. Girl, man.
You better be quiet when you keep eating.
That's all me and I do. We did the connection first. So, and then when the good sex comes with it, then you be like, damn, this it. This is right. I don't want to, try it with nobody else. So
maybe there's something that you have to tell that person.
But
I feel like we don't give people those opportunities. You don't give that person that chance. You gotta let a person know what you like and what you don't like before you write them up and say, "Oh, I ain't never going to make up anymore." Unless it's just something that you just know you don't want no more. Like
you got pretty stripes and you out right.
It depends. If they just and they hot and sweaty, I'm not tired for that.
But if it's somebody you like,
if
it's somebody you like, you willing to work that out. You should be willing to work that out and tell them, "Hey, this
So
what I
what?
like. I don't
like
like when
making
you
love.
do this. I want you to do it like this. So
I
you
don't
just
wanna
lay there
be
and let me
fucking.
do this.
You know what
gotta let
I'm
that
saying?
person
You
know
know,
what you
I'm just saying. If
So,
that's
friends,
Well,
so
I
paint
talk-
a picture. Paint a picture for us. Give us an example. What is making love, Kiki?
making love to me, I mean, it's different for everybody.
It's not action.
It's like because it's just the way the person make you feel.
But is
And
it a
the
difference
thing-
from fucking and making love?
to me, yes.
It's a
Yes.
feeling. It's not an action.
I can't. To me, I can't get an orgasm off of fuck. I can get an orgasm off of going slow, kissing, touching, and making love.
Yeah.
Now I can work like that.
Because
That's
like
not-
for me, I'm mental. So like
Yeah.
you have to like get in my head first. Cause like
But
you
if
said,
it's doing what it's supposed to
so
be
you like
doing
me
to
to talk to
you,
you during it.
hell yeah, you talk to
It's
me.
some things
Now,
that
this is the time you can call me a bitch. Now you can call me. Don't call me no bitch. During
Do you wanna be
sex, I'll
choked?
be- Yes. 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 Not to the point where I can't breathe.
Yeah,
but,
the first time
Hey.
they called me a bitch, I called my friend like, here, they didn't call me a bitch that bad.
no.
Like,
No.
I ain't know how to take
And
it.
I'm gonna tell you something. Some men like that. Like some men like you freaking bitch.
I don't know how to take it.
That's your
Like,
pants
yeah.
shirt on.
People like, who put this in the bitch? No,
Right.
it's daddy.
And I'm gonna tell you,
You
It
went
was
and
always
set
more
some
like
stuff
I
in the
miss
bedroom
you.
that you ain't even
Bitch.
stepped on the outside.
exactly. Thank you.
Cause
You
we
call
are,
because
you be like,
don't
bitch,
call me no bitch on the
I'm gonna
outside.
smack the shit out your
See,
ass.
don't call me no bitch on the outside. That's how I am. But in the inside, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
it.
my friend. I was like,
I'm not with it.
Man, every time a bitch was
No, that
I ain't know how to handle it.
I've never been called a bitch during sex before. I don't think I have, but I have been with a nigga that was like, "You my bitch," and that didn't bother me. But when we get to arguing, he be like, "Bitch." Now, nigga,
That's a different way of
Did y'all
saying.
see the video where the man was like having sex with the girl and he just punched her in the back of the head? What would you do in that instance? Would you
I
jump
would.
up?
What? No, you are abusive as fuck. And
everybody look at
so when this happened,
Punch her in the back of the head.
I'm trying
That's
to. What
that's-
is
I
it?
guess
Trying to
that's
grasp
supposed
when
to
you just say it.
make him. I don't know. I forgot what they
They said,
said.
look, this is what they said they did. I saw what you talking about, Steve. They said that when he punched her in the back of her head, it like sent her like she was caught off guard, saying her coochie clench, like so it was tighter on him.
Yeah, he was hitting her and then he just bop.
So it made her like her coochie
so
clench.
what did she do when he bopped her?
She still laid there.
She gripped that pussy. That pussy gripped on that.
You don't gotta bop me in the head for me. When I'm fucking, it's gonna do that anyway.
Just tell me. You ain't even got to tell
Yeah,
me.
exactly. Yeah, it's gonna grab. So you don't have to bop me. If you gotta
But
bop me,
maybe she had a broken pussy.
oh, you know, so
Like
All right,
instead of
Issa.
insecure.
now I ain't gonna do it anyway.
Broken pussy.
My pussy
When
not broke.
this way,
Wow.
it does this. So
Don't hit me
Don't
in the
hit me in my back of my
We gonna
head.
square the fuck up.
yes, we are. We
We
gonna be in that
square the fuck
motherfucker fighting naked.
Yeah. Fight motherfucker.
I'm just speechless.
Get up off me.
Oh, no, I'm better pop a
Get up
nigga.
off me.
I'm just watching tape. So we got. I already know we're gonna name this episode. Let's talk about sex because I got no.
Let's talk about sex,
I
baby.
mean,
Look at my mouth.
Let's
Look.
talk about you and me.
I'm gonna tell you what
and-
Shayla's talking about. We gonna talk about some other stuff too. But this is a question because we was talking about this, and this.
Oh Lord.
So, what's like your favorite position? And you know with y'all because I feel like it's different when you fucking and making love. Like when I'm making love, I don't typically care for a nigga hit me from the back because I know I want to look in his face, I want to kiss. I want it to be more intimate. But we just smash, and you know what I'm saying. I'm cool with some back shots, bent the fuck over. I don't want to look in your fucking face. You know what I'm saying? Just give me what I need, and let's get this thing over with. But I go ahead and tell mine first. So, you ever been fucking a nigga and you lay on your stomach, the leg stretched out, and he hitting you from the back, but your legs closed?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh, baby, that shit right there gonna do it every goddamn time. Let me listen to that, cause I just now got me some dick after a long time, and I'm thinking about it. I want to go back again. God damn it!
Let me put my shades back on because I don't even want to.
Let me ass up.
Yeah. Hey.
Okay. I know
be
Kiki, you don't want to tell us your favorite position?
Yeah, I'm back. Well, when I'm fucking you, if I just want to fuck from the back, it's fine. And then if I want to fuck and I want to get you to come quick, I want you to fuck from behind, and I'm gonna talk real fucking fucked up to you.
Like, you stupid ass nigga. You stupid ass nigga.
No, I be like, hit this pussy, boy. You better hit this motherfucking pussy. Boy, hit this pussy. And bite that bottom lip. Ooh. You like, oh, I'm gonna come, baby.
That's what I want to pull my motherfucking hair. I be like this right here.
And I thought we
yeah. But making love, I can be like on the back, like you said, where I can look in his face.
Yeah, I like missionary when I'm making love because I like one to kiss me at the same time.
Yeah.
Courtney said she like to be bent over.
That ass right there. I know.
All that.
Fuck all that.
0069.
She's hardcore.
69.
She
my
wants you
God.
to grab
Because if the nigga know how to eat pussy, bitch, I ain't sucking no dick. Because I'm cold.
You can't be doing
I
it.
can't do it at the same time. I be like this. Like I want him to keep going because I be enjoying it. So I will 69, but
It'll
I
throw you off.
Right.
If you do it, it's throwing
If
you off.
if his head is bomb, like I can't 69 because I'm not sucking no dick after this. The dick is not getting sucked because I need you. That's why every time when I with, if I have a partner that I'm with consecutively, I always say him, let me suck your dick first. Because I want to enjoy my head. Because I don't want to have to get up and give you head. So let me suck your dick first and let you go on. Because niggas are always ready.
I mean, if he doing it right, you can stop and be like,
no.
Yeah. Hold it.
No, bitch.
You can't get thrown off like that.
I get thrown the fuck off, bitch. I get thrown off.
I
If his head is alright, then I can keep on going. But if it's like
can multitask, Courtney. I can multitask.
I
I tell you,
multitask.
and it can be good. And
fuck it. When I'm with my nigga, every position is my favorite.
that's what I'm talking about.
It has like if I'm drunk, you can porn star sleep all day, every day. You get me fucked up. Baby,
That's a lot of women, though. I feel
You get-
like
you
a lot of
get-
us,
every
yeah,
time
that's
you-
how they be
So
wanting
when
to drink.
people get drunk, like what do you say? Please say the porn star treat. I mean, is it like a fantasy person come out or like the inner freak? Is
Might
it
just be wild, yeah.
Yeah.
Let your inhibitions go.
Zero.
So is it something that we think about? Because for me, it's
You ain't
something I
thinking
think
about
about in the back of my head. No, I think about it in the back of my head. Like, I want to do this. I want to do this.
If you drunk, you're not thinking about it, baby.
But no, before and then it come out. You get what I'm saying?
I am.
You ain't thinking about
When
that.
you drunk, you they don't stop you from thinking. It just stop you from looking at the consequences.
Yeah.
So you
I
doing
don't
what
think
you
y'all look at the
naturally want to
consequences
do.
when I'm drunk.
No, that's what I'm saying. People don't think
I
that's
just be
something.
caught up in the moment.
That's what I'm saying. So
But-
you're caught up in the moment. You're not
Right.
thinking about what can happen after. You're not thinking
Right.
about anything. And when I'm drunk, I typically just thinking about I'm gonna show this nigga why they call me good pussy clique. I'm just saying. I'm gonna show you. Clean with the good pussy. Clean with the good pussy.
Yeah, I'm
It's
So
too much for me.
Cause he ain't got no pussy. We just talked about this on the last episode. You do not understand what we're going through.
I don't want one.
He don't want one. He don't want one.
this morning when I was getting breakfast, I was watching this lady and she went on there and she was talking about she said she was watching her daughter baby and she was like the baby daddy wasn't at the house yet or whatever, so she was putting the baby to sleep. She said, I got in my daughter bed. She was like, it's a big bed, it's comfortable. I got in my daughter bed. I put my grandbaby to sleep in my daughter bed. I got up, put the baby into her room, put the baby to sleep, and then I got back into my daughter bed. She was like, because why not? The bed is comfortable. I know this probably old, but I just seen it this morning or whatever. And she was like, when she got in the bed, the baby daddy was in the bed. So she said that the baby daddy kind of grabbed her and she jumped up and he was like, oh, I didn't know that, it was you. He thought it was her daughter or whatever. And then he was like, well, we need to talk. We need to talk about, we got stuff we need to talk about. So she said that she wasn't having sex with him. There wasn't nothing going on, but the daughter caught them
In the bed.
in the bed. My thing is, when you heard that man come in the house, it's some kind of way you got to hear. Even in my house, you hear a chirp or something when the door open, so you know he's there. Why would you go back into that room? You get what I'm saying? And go back to sleep.
Let me ask you this. If the bed is comfortable and the bed is huge, why does she have to take the baby out the bed, put it in her bed, and go back get in that bed? Because it feels so good.
Right.
The baby want to feel the bed feels so good.
And that's what the baby exactly.
That's the baby bed.
So she said,
you need to be in your bed, and the baby need to be in the bed.
But did the mama have a room there? Did the mama live there too? Or
I don't give a damn. Bitch, go on the couch. You get up in there and I'm the bed. My man finna come.
But did you say that when she got back in the bed, the man was already in the bed?
Yeah. So you didn't hear him come out.
Well, you should have known he was in the bed anyway.
They lying.
That's something. Yeah.
Let's take him to court.
I got a big bed, but if I walk in my bed in my room, I must know that it's another body. It's a body.
But what I'm asking you is, if it had to be 2 bedrooms because she said she took the baby to another bedroom, right? Right. So I'm confused. Why she can sleep in the bed with the baby?
That's what I'm saying. Why the baby couldn't stay in there with her?
Right.
Yeah.
My thing is,
she was sitting there.
And by him being, she said you need to get him put some clothes on, which means that either he had his boxers on or the nigga was butt naked. I love a nigga that's laying in my bed butt naked.
But I did hear, like, I had saw that too, and I remember the original video with the daughter recording. The daughter did say, I did hear the mom say something, I don't know, don't quote me verbatim, but she alluded to the fact like the daughter don't treat the baby daddy right or something.
Okay, but it's on her. Business for her to treat him right.
Right. So that's why I was like, Mom, I call Mom
right.
bullshit. Yeah. But I do have like a little side note to that. So there is some people that I personally know that something like this happened to them, but it was 2 sisters. So apparently the rumor has it, allegedly, this particular young lady and her husband, she was married, but her husband ended up with her sister because they had a house party. Everybody was drunk. The sister went in her room and laid down from being drunk. The husband went in the room thinking that it was his wife and fucked the sister. And then the wife walked in on him.
You know your drunk ass. The first thing first, you know your drunk ass.
Now the thing is, I call bullshit. But y'all ever been fucked up before y'all do shit?
No, I don't even let myself get out of my mind.
I think
if I'm at home,
when I pop the X pill, that's about it.
Is you rolling?
Bitch, I might be. Girl, you geeked
So
up.
this is about the only time, but that one time of doing it, I'm like, I don't want to. Yeah, like I don't want to wake up in my living room and like, how the fuck I get here? Like, who opened the door for me? Who laid me on this couch?
I had many nights like that. Thank you,
Yeah,
girl, I ain't like that when I ain't drunk. I be like, who put this right here?
I woke up in a bed full of chips. Like, damn, I was eating.
Fucked up. What did I have in my cup?
That is why Jasmine Sullivan made that song, because that shit happened.
That's true though. You know
that shit does fucking happen. But now, Mama was full of shit. Mama was Mama was fucking baby daddy.
Yeah.
And you know, baby Mama might have been full of shit. That don't make it right.
But
right,
but it ain't for Mama to go and correct the full of shit.
Because then I think I'm starting to
say,
damn, Mom, you been looking at my nigga the whole time.
Is that a situation
my mama?
Bitch, your mama ass.
No,
Mama gotta go.
Yeah, I just can't get. I don't gotta deal with her.
You ain't gonna slap Mama one good time.
No, that it's gonna hurt her worse than not even fucking with her.
And then you know, Mama full of shit because Mama said somebody called Murray, called Jerry. First thing first, Murray and Jerry ain't in style no more.
She said that.
Murray, somebody called Jerry because I want my relationship back with my daughter. So I guess you can be her ass.
If you going Mary and Jerry, they some fucked up ass shows. They was some fucked up ass shows. Why would you want?
Jerry,
but it's still like that's right there. Letting you know you playing and shit.
I always want to be. I want to be on Jerry, but I ain't know where I'm gonna be on the phone. But I'm like, I'm going to Jerry.
When I was younger, I used to want to be on there when I was younger. Just bullshit.
So okay, y'all, let's go into the next topic. So Kiki, go ahead and let's talk about your topic. This is I don't know why on part of your 4 we tend to get a little serious sometimes.
Yeah.
We're some real silly motherfuckers.
We're some serious bitches.
Right. I gotta catch
but we got well rounded.
Catch it at work.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so Kiki, what was the topic that you had for today?
No, I was piggyback off of when you was talking about how we have kids and we, you know what I'm saying, spend a lot of time away from our kids. And I was, I know that you're 36 and you don't have any kids. So, I mean, I was just thinking about how do you guys feel about a woman having kids after 35? Like, after 35.
You in your own lane. No age.
Yeah.
I don't know, y'all.
I was just... So I mean, are you thinking about having kids? Do you want to have children?
I have to tell you what age you should do this.
I go back and forth with it, but then I have people who are around me that I know who have had children in their like 30s and even early 40s, to the point that it doesn't give me a sense of like it can never happen for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And as of right now, I don't know of any health issues that I might have that would prevent me from having children. So, it's not, like a no for me. Like I think now I have got it in my head now where I feel like if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't, because God has blessed me with nephews and nieces, and then I have y'all kids and stuff like that, my friends' children and stuff like that. So I do feel like that motherly thing is in me.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm as I get older, I kind of come to the grips that I may be a mother figure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not so much of a mother. And then I do, because I always thought about leaving a legacy and leaving something behind. And I feel like I could still do that if I put imprints on people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and Tay joke all the time about Mimi. I'm shock mama. You know what I'm saying? When she first had Mimi and Mimi was coming up here, that baby gonna sleep on my chest. That was my baby when she up here at the shop. You know what I'm saying? Something as simple as that can give me purpose. And and want and fulfill my needs of being a mother, because I can be that that godmama or that auntie, what I'm saying, for other people's kids. And if something, when I'm old and I don't never have my own kids, I have people who be like, okay, my auntie Clee gonna give me this, and I have people who gonna come to my funeral, who gonna come and who still can reap the benefits of me, saying, being successful or the rich auntie as I say I'm gonna be, because I'm gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not I have my own kids or not. But I don't think it's anything wrong with it, because, I used to think that. But like now, I realize so fucking much that I probably wasn't ready. Even 3 years ago. I probably wouldn't have been ready to raise.
Take a lot of money out of it.
They take a lot of money out of you. And
but I'm gonna tell you, by you saying that nobody's really ready. Right. And I'm gonna tell you this. The reason I'm saying that is because when I was younger and folks, and I was like, I don't think I'm ready. And this older lady was like, baby, nobody's ready for children. Like, so when people be like, I ain't ready, I'm gonna have a child when I get such age, and I'll be more. You don't know, so you can't never say that.
And I'm thinking like people that be expecting be financially stable and all that, married and all that, and be ready for the child. Those sometimes be the people, I know at least two, they couldn't have. Right. So you see what I'm saying? So there's no really, way to say, okay, now I'm ready, or I'm not ready.
Well, to be honest, guess what? Guess what? Back, what you say 3 years ago, you weren't ready. You guess what? The thing, like I said, nobody is never ready. But I bet you, if you'd have had one back 3 years ago, you would do what it takes to take care of your baby. And that's your baby.
I'm gonna say this too. Not every person will experience every event in their life. So childbirth might not be an experience that you might, not to say that you won't. That might be an experience that you won't get. Some people don't experience marriage. Yeah. Some people don't experience buying a house. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't experience graduate. So every event a person might not experience. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, okay, with that being said, so recently I have a friend, and me and him chat like a whole lot, and he's a very positive, motivational person. And so he always talks about being manifesting things. Mm-hmm. Like, I believe that, with manifesting, like, you can create anything that you want. You know what I'm saying? Power in the tongue. And I'm going to tell you, it's power in the mind. Right. Yep. Your thoughts are so fucking powerful. I have recently been able to realize how much power my thoughts have. Simple things like I think about a nigga, or I think it could be something so small. I can be like, what Kiki doing today? Kiki a call me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just be stuff like that. Like, So it's so much power in this.
Right.
I feel like we can manifest the life that we want. If you want the house, if you want the kids, if you want the marriage, if you want to experience those things. But so many of us don't even realize that we have that much power over our own lives, and we get caught up in not being able, because it's not happening right now.
Right.
We don't see it, and then now we have social media, and then we have our peers and things happening for them. And we so focused on what other people's going on around us that we don't even realize that the power lies in us. But as far as me having kids, being a mother and like that, I feel like I know somebody who just had their second baby, married, and did all it within 35 and not 40.
I feel like even after 40, I don't think nothing wrong with it.
I'm really giving myself to 42.
It's for whoever it's for. I don't want to do the shit again.
Yeah.
If you have never experienced it and you're ready, and whatever age, you still got faith in it, then kudos, please.
Yeah.
But not Courtney.
I feel like when it comes to manifesting things, I feel like the reason why things happen for people that manifest them is because you think about it, you're subconsciously saying something, saying that you want something or you're gonna do something or you're saying it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first action when it comes to putting some work into something.
Right.
Because it's on your mind. But if you're not manifesting, you're not saying it, you're not thinking about it, who else gonna do it? Like
right.
You ain't thinking about it.
Don't think about
So
it.
if you saying it and you saying this is what I want, this is what I'm gonna do, I don't care if you say it 100 times over 20 years, it's gonna be in your brain and it's gonna be something that you're gonna put action to because it's the first step.
I do believe that.
I believe in manifestation, but then too, like Tay said, you have people that buy baby clothes and speaking into the universe, they still never have a kid. They have to go through the process as far as freezing their eggs and all of that.
Freezing your eggs.
Like I know a girl that when we was growing up, y'all, she was always talking about being pregnant and acting, just lying about being pregnant. That girl got like 14 children now.
But she spoke it into existence.
She really did.
You did do the intro and all of that. You still manifest it because you taking the necessary steps to get it done.
Okay, because even when we talk about manifesting, like I always manifest, and my mom and they want great kids, so they talk about me having children and putting it to the universe. And then it wasn't until recently when the last episode I talked about being self-reflecting and being realistic and stuff. Like I always talk about me wanting to have kids and stuff like that, but maybe my trajectory is me being, like I said earlier, a mother figure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, I'm not married yet. I might have a man who got kids. You know what I'm saying? I've even thought, I've heard of situations where a woman may die, God forbid, in childbirth, and then her husband now has to go find find someone else, and now that woman raises that child as her own, and she still gets to have that motherly love and that connection with that child, even though she's not biological their mother, because her mother passed away.
Right.
Like to me, that's still just as powerful as being a mother, even though you don't feel the experience of being pregnant. Like I do want to feel the experience of being pregnant and having my own child, but I come to the grips of it now. Like it may happen, it may not happen. So, I do feel like, I have a lot of love to give for children. I love kids and stuff like that. So, like, me having kids old, that don't really bother me. Because I don't look old.
As far as you saying you taking on the role of being somebody's parent, did y'all watch P-Valley when the lady was basically saying that she was forced into being someone's mother?
I haven't watched it yet, but I saw a clip on Instagram. So what happened with it?
She said she was forced to look at her husband's mistake every day.
Yeah. And the
her husband was the one that had the affair with Mercedes.
Okay.
And when she was a young girl and she ended up getting pregnant, and her mama, Pastor Woodbine, made her give the baby to the daddy because the daddy was more fit to take care of it. And the daddy, when the daddy died, he made the wife promise that she would always take care of the girl because Mercedes was not able.
So that's who the lady is. So I saw the clip on Instagram. So Mercedes is talking.
You probably telling everything for people that probably ain't watching.
We don't. The baby daddy dead.
Right. The husband's dead.
The husband's dead, yeah.
Okay.
And then let's go back to your whole the matronly thing. The motherly thing. I have an aunt that, she never had kids, but we always looked at her as a mother figure because, she always took care of us. Mm-hmm. So sometimes that might be your path.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta sometimes you have to accept it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that because ultimately, like we talked about last episode, I just want to be happy. Like I have realized, like even with me dating and relationships and love and stuff like that, like my more recent prayers have been to be content, to be happy.
Right.
Not so much to, you know, oh, I want a husband, oh, I want this and stuff like that. I just want to be content and happy. You know what I'm
That
saying?
sound like that interview with Mary J. Blige when she was saying that, you know, she don't want kids. She like being auntie. She like being able to go where she want to go. She like that. So it ain't for everybody.
You thought it was gonna be you. So how old were you when you had your first child?
How old am I then? 35.
40.
Shut up. Y'all know I'm gonna forgive.
Yeah, I know wrong with 40.
I'm 35.
Let me tell y'all a true story.
I was 33.
I
You
just
got
want
pregnant.
her.
You was 34 when you had it.
No, she was
No,
35.
No, I had money when I was 33.
Melanie.
No, you had it
No,
when you were 34.
you was like 34. Yeah, you was 34.
Oh, no, you
It's
not.
just you 35. You finna go 36.
36 in December.
You was
Oh.
34.
32.
Yeah, you was
It's
34.
You was 34 when you had a 33.
When I got
She had the baby.
you asked me what year, I mean, how old I was when I got pregnant, right?
When you had a baby.
Well,
You had
34.
34.
Lord Jesus, when you get past 32.
No, it's not good.
Let me manifest this shit. Lord Jesus, when I get past 32, I do not want to forget how fucking old I am. Because these people are
You gonna be on the cane when that baby graduates high school.
Don't say that because I'm
I'm 6 and
I'm gonna
7.
be on the way.
A cane.
Hey,
Wait till you're 40 then have a baby.
we rebuking that. We are not manifesting that for you. It's not gonna be no bitch or no kind with me. We be graduating.
Don't walk around with orthopedic shoes on.
Oh, Lord.
You gonna wear them heels.
No.
Let me tell y'all something. Since we talking about babies.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was reading about Joe Biden, not Joe Biden, what is his name? The rich man, Bill Gates.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so his daughter has a black boyfriend. And let me tell y'all, when I see a little black kid, little mixed kids, I be like, go ahead on then, nigga. Nigga, shut up. He was like, I love that shit. I love seeing mixed kids.
So you love inspiration.
Yes.
It's inspiration.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I love it. I love the black men soaring they soul that they
Royal.
yeah.
Well,
That
you know
shit
they
all
said
right.
that the Caucasian community is gonna be a minority within 30 years.
That is why here we go for episode 4, Roe versus Wade. This is why that shit is prominent because the white bitches, they love that black dick because that black dick be powerful.
And this lady had I went into the dollar store and this lady had 4 beautiful kids and all of them had this curly, pretty hair and they had this little I'm chocolate.
Like that fan, the
that
curly hair.
caramel skin.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh my God, like thank God for black.
Right.
Because when the black nigga hit any race, that kid's gonna come out with some little cream in them.
Yep.
I don't know about Tay Baby though. Maybe Mr. Love. She missed the Mimo.
Mimi Pink.
Mimi Pink is a motherfucker, but she looks just like her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't have a problem with interracial relationships.
Me neither.
Like I don't
too.
But I said this before. I am not.
She ain't gonna do it though. You don't like
Just admit one that you like.
Right.
You can't say that you're attracted to something that you never
Wait a minute,
had.
why white people don't have?
No lips.
I mean, there's some
And
that
we
do.
talked about this on the last episode.
And she likes to kiss.
I
It's
like
some
to
that
kiss.
do. It's some that do.
You listen to me, friend. I like to kiss. It's no way possible I can do it.
So what if he got feelings?
It's no way possible.
That's your only concern. He fixed your concern. So what's
She
that?
got
It's no way possible that I can fuck with a white man.
That might be the man that might be for you. You probably you're probably missing out on your blessing because you don't want you looking at something
She
ignorant.
missed on her blessing, stressing over
I'm
the
like,
I mean, the thing about it is,
I feel like
What?
you should look at it.
I'm gonna tell you why I
person.
say it's not business, not my
Right.
business, because I feel like the God that I serve, He knows my heart, and He knows what I like, and He's not gonna give me nothing that I do not once. Even when I have in the past have tried to date men who I was not physically attracted to because they were good people and nice people, I knew that God was not putting me in that position. That was not him. You know, yes, this is a good person. He might be there for a reason to let me see a certain trait or something like that. But other than that, like, my God is not going to send me somebody that I just completely not attracted to. I am not attracted to white men. I don't like their hair. I don't like their hair.
I love their hair.
I hate
I just feel like you haven't found one. You haven't found one that you're attracted to.
itchy and it's pointy.
Nope, you rub your hand, they motherfucking fall and making play. Don't know.
You haven't found one that you're attracted to. That's all it is.
But I'm gonna tell you
I'm
why.
gonna put it like this: if God in it, believe me, I don't give a damn how his her. She don't like his hair. She gonna end up liking him.
Yo,
If God,
she just haven't found one that she's attracted to.
if God is in it,
If you find one that you attracted to, that's gonna change your whole outlook on that.
Right.
You just haven't found one you're attracted to.
I'm not opposed to interracial dating. I think that, you know, because I mean, clearly I'm light skinned. So there's some fucking.
I mean, because they're human too.
I have grandparents and stuff that are Caucasian. You know, like deep up in the line and stuff. I have white people in my family. I do not dislike white people. I have white friends, but I'm just not physically attracted to white men. Now I will say this: when I watch porn, I watch white people porn.
Because black people be too rough.
They be too fucking rough. So I do watch, and I'm just gonna give y'all this little tidbit. So if you go on Pornhub.com and you watch Mr. Pussy Licking,
it's not club, baby.
that white man knows how to lick some pussy. Now that white man.
now
I told Courtney about Mr. Pussy Licking. Courtney, did I tell you Mr. Pussy Licking?
please,
No comment.
It's not a moment.
No comment.
Not a club.
you put the five up.
Did you
I
look
hear
at
my
Mr.
friend.
Pussy Licking?
I know, right?
I know Mr. Pussy Licking be eating the shit that their pussy got. There was this one thing, this woman hit her leg up. I was like, I want to do that. She had her leg up. She was like, Baby, I'm gonna tell you something. Now I will like watch white people porn, but me, I'm just not physically attracted. It's just something about a black man. And I don't even care about like dad bods and niggas that got little gut and stuff like that. That shit turn me the fuck on.
Yeah.
Nigga, what's up?
But that's so weird to me that you can get off on them watching them, but you don't want them to touch you.
No,
But then you let black men touch you, but you don't want to watch them.
I kissed a white man before. I used to work at a call center, and one of the young men who was there, he was like white. He was not like one of the white boys. It's kind of cool. He was like a country bumping white guy.
Yeah.
Little short, little white guy, everything. And we kissed, and it was just ever since then.
Why you kissing?
You just haven't found a white man with
No, we
swag
went
that
on
you
a
like.
No, we went on a date. We had hung out, and he had told me how he liked me. And it was so crazy because he was so white. Like, he was so white that I knew, like, we had conversations to the point that I knew that his family would not accept me. Like, that's how white he was. Like, this was some country white.
And then also, you can think about it too, you know, with they don't have the same experiences as you.
They don't, and that's
so
another
they
thing.
can't relate to a lot of things that you like, stuff that you might find to be a problem.
That's how I was in high school.
It might not be a problem to
He was
them, or they might not
he could take me
recognize
home.
that it's a
And
problem.
that is the reason, and that's another reason why. So not to cut you off, Steve, but that's really the reason why I'm not attracted to them because of that. Like, I literally was just talking to a guy and stuff like everybody knows I am a music lover, right? So if you can't, like the nigga, the young nigga, he younger than me, so I'm just giving the young nigga a chance. We ride in the car, I'm playing certain music. He like, oh, wait, turn it out, but it's good music. He got me listening to this young nigga bullshit. And it's just like we not vibing.
Right.
So I'm turned off because we don't share the same experiences. Like, we don't have the same things in common. I'm turned off because you think my 90s R&B is bullshit and old.
90s, but I love it when the
You
fire
know what I'm saying? Like,
bum,
and some of the stuff I'm playing, he like, I never heard this before. Like, turn that
He
shit
ain't
out.
giving it. He ain't giving a chance. And
Yeah,
you don't want to date him anyway because somebody that just want to be on a date and have a good vibe with you, they don't.
Listen to the stuff. That's what I'm saying. So,
Because I recently went on a date
liking the same
and
music as me.
this man put on some
You know
music
what?
I ain't never heard, and I was like,
Right.
okay. And guess what?
You
Ever since
expanded
then,
yourself.
I even went on Apple Music, download the whole album of this woman, everything.
When
So,
you on that was our first date?
No, it wasn't our first date, but
y'all knew. It's like a new, y'all.
Yeah, it was kind of new.
So that's what I'm saying. Even if he don't like the movie, he know you like it, so he can listen to it, so he can get to know you.
Exactly.
And he
correct.
And
so
he could relate to me.
You don't want to be cool with him anyway.
He was cut like he was killing my vibe. Like he kept changing the music.
No, he
was killing my vibe. So
you say he was younger. He acting like a little boy.
Yeah, he was acting like a little boy. And so for that reason, that is like he said, with me dating outside of my race and not being able to share not being able to share experiences, that makes you have that connection with that person.
Yeah,
I can't share no experiences with no white man. I don't know nothing about that. I went around white people till I was 18.
All right, speaking of interracial dating, how do y'all feel about black men becoming successful being in a white woman? How you feel about that?
It depends.
I hate it, bitch.
Oh wow.
Weak ass nigga.
It depends if he left his, just say, baby mom behind. You get what I'm saying? And his child. I kind of feel some type of way about that, but still, then I have to think about, like, this woman probably didn't want to change. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To better him as a man or for him to grow, then he had to leave her behind. Because we got some ignorant ass white bitches. Black bitches. Let's be real. Yeah. There's some ignorant ass black women that don't want to change. They live in as far as my nose already fell out. Bloopers. But you got some ignorant ass black women that don't want to change. They stuck in their way, certain ways or whatever. Yeah. And he had to leave them behind in order for him to grow. Mm-hmm. Now, if he leave her and leave his child and forget about his child, or let that white woman dictate how he becomes a father to his child, then I hate this shit. Mm-hmm. But as far as him just leaving and then just getting with the next woman, you never determine who's for you or who you love.
Right? Yeah.
So
because I've dealt with black guys that made me want to be like, oh, I need to try a white guy. Because you know what I'm saying, they really tripping. So it can go both ways. Like you said, some black women can be really tripping, and he probably just want to try something.
That is true, because I can say, like, I don't necessarily agree with it, but like Courtney said, because like, okay, we always talk about the show Power, like how Tasha really did not want Ghost to stop being in the streets, because that's all she knew. Mm-hmm. That's how they bond over being, and
the biggest motherfucking drug dealer in New York City.
Yeah, like that's how they bonded. She bonded with that nigga. They made that connection. They became what they were together doing this shit. So I can see why she might have felt like she was losing him if he no longer did that. Yeah. But he wanted to go to the Hispanic side and clean up his image. And he felt like she was more for him for his growth. And that is a lot of reasons why a lot of men cheat. Because their significant other's not going with them. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people cheat. You know what I'm saying? That's a true thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily think that, it's necessarily an interracial thing, but that I even think of it as a thing that if you're not growing, then you might have to leave. Right. A lot of times, a lot of these black men that do get successful, and unfortunately, that's a part of the curse that is upon the black community from slavery and stuff, that a lot of times men associate success with being able to get the white man's woman. Right. You know what I'm saying? And, that's fucked up. But, I don't think anything's wrong with interracial, but I do hate to see it. I ain't gonna lie. I hate to see a nigga be down on his fucking look, and when he gets successful, he with the typical big booty, light skin, and people trip on me all the time because I'm a light skinned bitch. I cannot stand to see this shit. When a nigga go get a red bitch afterwards, I don't know why.
Well, how do you say that he go get that? That might not be the case. That might just be he might be at somewhere and that woman approached him and that woman caught his attention.
You are,
but he necessarily saw
that woman. I feel like she approached him because of who he is, though. Like a lot of times,
because people like that, they show up to places like that to meet men like that. So
because a lot of these is a real thing in the black community.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of some of these black celebrity guys got women that probably they would have never had if they ain't had money or
I'm gonna say something my dad told me.
I feel like Kevin Hart.
I was just gonna
I don't feel like she would have wanted him.
I am a telepathic bitch because I was just gonna bring up Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Me and my mom and my dad had a conversation about Kevin Hart and his new wife and his ex-wife. And I
said she would never wanted him if he was
No,
not
she
Kevin Hart.
wouldn't.
If he didn't have the money.
Money, no.
My daddy made a good point that kind of resonated with me. He was like, well, him being the comedian, having the money he had, that is him being Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, if he wasn't Kevin Hart, she wouldn't want him. My dad said, well, the money is a part of him being Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I kind of made me look at it a little different. But let's just be already 100. If you wasn't a rich nigga, she probably wouldn't look your fucking
She
way.
What about
Because I'm gonna tell you, before you make your point, I'm gonna tell you something. Because she is friends with some other bitches. They all got rich baby daddies, NBA players, and all that stuff. They came with she's cousins or related to Tristan Thompson's first baby mom.
Oh, she is?
Yeah. So all of them got these NBA, you know, they all some little mixed little chicks and stuff like that, and they all got they in a circle, and they all got these, you know what I'm saying? So clearly she was in the circle.
Mm-hmm.
She was there, and it was for money. You
but
know
that
what I'm
doesn't
saying?
dictate that she loved him endless. That's like looking at Marjorie Hart and Steve Hart.
I think she grew to love
He
him.
looks a lot older, but you know Marjorie Hart is in love with Steve Hart.
I think she grew to love him.
Yeah,
She built. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna say the only reason why I don't believe that. I believe that he's in love with her. I think she loves him, but she not in love with him. She loves the life. She loves what he has provided for her children.
Mm-hmm.
I and that's just my
But
opinion.
isn't it
Of course,
most
I don't
women?
know. I mean, my thing is, I don't feel like I can
Let's be
grow.
honest.
I don't feel I can grow to love a motherfucker. I've
That's most
tried.
women.
I've tried.
I can, but I don't have ugly folk.
I've had some ugly motherfuckers too.
But you
I,
like what he do for you, or you like how
I like him.
feel.
I like that
You
person.
like that he stopped.
Right. I look
You like that
beyond.
he thought
yeah.
to bring you some flowers before he took you out to eat.
Or he opened my door.
but that's how you treat me though.
Yeah. And that's what love's about. It's about more than the physical. It's about how that person make you feel, or
Yeah.
the thoughtfulness that person put into what you like and what your feelings,
But
require.
I do feel like at some point in time in that type of situation, you will revert back to who you truly are. Like even though like Squidward, I loved him. You know what I'm saying? I was invested into their relationship, regardless of how he looked or how bad the sex was, or whatever, or how broke he was, or whatever the case may be. But ultimately, when it all came down to the very, very fucking end, I couldn't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I tried. I grew to love him.
Right.
I grew to invest in this person and look over the mediocre thing or the thing, the physical and all that stuff like that. But when it boiled down to it, the truth came out, and I couldn't do this shit no more. Like I don't give a fuck about that nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still going to prevail. Like your real you and your real feelings are always going to supersede whatever the fuck you tell yourself. I don't really like this nigga like that because he did that in the third. Scammer Bay, the one when I first met you that I was fucking with.
Mm-hmm.
I was not physically attracted to him. He was such a good nigga. He was such a cool ass dude. But when it all boiled down to the end, when the end came, I couldn't fuck him. I couldn't do it. I overlooked so much stuff to be with him.
But what did you overlook?
His dick, his physical appearance, because he was a nice person. And ultimately he treated me nice. This nigga would scam all you bitches to make me happy.
She'll scam you to make you happy. Shit.
I think when it comes to us looking for a partner, we all I feel like we all have this idea in our head of what a person is supposed to be, or what they're supposed to look like, or what they're supposed to have. But in reality, that's not what really goes on. Like sometimes you have to think about the person that might be right for you, not just off of the physical or what they have or what they, you know what I'm saying? That just because they look good or they might have big dick, like you said, or they might have money, that don't mean that person is right for you.
Right.
You have to realize what might be right for you.
Exactly.
Not to say that just because he didn't look good and all of that, he wasn't right for you. That ain't the case. Because you could have overlooked it. Like, and that goes back to what I said about in the previous episode, where we always want something that we can't have access to no more. So if that same man go get another woman and that woman fix him up, and she get his teeth fixed and she dress him up nice and she make him smell good, you're gonna want that man back because that man, she's now built this man up to be what she want that man to be.
I feel like somebody that's for you it's somebody that you get with, you connect with, y'all done, regardless of the physical features and all that, that person makes you grow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like in every different aspect.
What can you learn?
You know what I'm saying?
So okay, so since we're talking about this, so what if you meet somebody like that and y'all are friends? So y'all say it's a coworker.
Yeah.
And
I got that.
Yeah, so you meet somebody like that, and it's your friend, your coworker, that kind of y'all have that connection and stuff, but he's not or she's involved with somebody already. Like, do you think that you could still,
Are they married?
I mean, if they married in a relationship or
Yeah,
I thought you was speaking about
You can't really pursue something that somebody already
Right.
got.
That's why I asked you, are they married? Because if you tell them you're not married,
You gotta let whatever they did run its course.
So you do agree that if you're not married, you're single?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're not married, you're single.
But you still have to respect that fact and let that run its course.
Yeah,
You can't just come in and intervene in that, because the same way you got me will be the same way you lose.
Because
so you can't intervene.
That girlfriend he got or that boyfriend she got still can become a husband or a wife.
Yeah.
While they messing with you.
And if that person ain't for
so
them,
you like he said, you gotta let it
prevail.
run its course. So to be honest, really dealing with someone with a boyfriend or a husband or a wife or a girlfriend, it ain't working.
Right, because he might leave that person and then get with you, and then you realize y'all really ain't got nothing. And then you say, well, I'm gonna go back to what I was.
Or be a recycling thing. I mean,
wait a minute though, because there are stories where I have heard stories. I know people personally who was savage
and got married too,
and is in a happy.
But they might be happy successful on the outside.
Exactly.
You don't know
what's going on,
and
that's what we do. We think.
But still, I'll let you go through things, but at the same time, it's to a certain extent. Some things are just excessive, and they might not be telling you.
Yeah.
That person might be living good, driving their Cadillacs and Mercedes, and he doing this and he doing that. But when you going home, he might be touching the kids. He might be cheating on you. He might be taking money from you. Doing all kind of other things that you're not willing to share with people.
Forget that he might not even come home.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, he didn't forget that you was a side piece. At the end of the day, he didn't forget that. That you was a side piece.
And then when it all prevails, he thinks about it, sit back and think about it. He gonna think about where you was and what your place was when he got
you.
And he ain't gonna respect you.
He's not gonna respect you. He
gonna resent a lot of stuff that you did.
Because I always
and he ain't gonna really trust you either, because he gonna feel like you will do some shady, you did shady stuff. And
I always tell a nigga this shit all the time. Like it's not, me being single, I've been single for almost 6 years now. Like I do get an influx of married men who claim they're miserable in their relationships to approach me. And I always tell, and sometimes I have entertained them, I'm not gonna lie. I'll have conversations, text messages and stuff like that. And because I ask questions. I want to know, like, okay, are y'all going to be separated? What's going on? What's going on in the situation? A lot of stuff that these men tell me. Some women some others women, like we talked about earlier, some women do be fucked up. Mm-hmm. And they do be neglecting their men. And it do be some shit that you be like, damn, like, that's what makes me realize that men do. They got feelings too. You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time.
But I will say this. A lot of times, these men, they tell you, they be telling me shit that was, what's going on and what's missing. To pull you in.
I'm gonna tell you what she not doing and how she
and tell you what's going bad to reel you in and all that stuff like that. But I do feel like that they are missing something. You know what I'm saying? For real. And sometimes men, I saw a thing on Instagram the other day and it said, men are not fearful of commitment. They are fearful of choosing the wrong woman to commit to. And I asked, like, all my guy friends, I see them in boutiques, all of them, I asked them,
that goes both ways.
This is so.
I'm so sorry. They always speaking on what men.
But
it makes sense.
He's gonna step to you with what he got going on in his situation and tell you all this because he's trying to reel you in. He's trying to win you over. Yeah. And he's trying to get your sympathy. Because he want pity pussy. He want get what he want.
He want pity pussy.
And when he get
what he want,
guess what he gonna do? We decided to work it out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. He tell you all to reel you in, baby.
Yes. Every pity pussy.
Because I feel like it's gonna be always.
Just end it.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
No, why we even talking about your
I know, no.
you trying to get
What I'm saying
That's
is,
why men mess up with cheat. You always say the side bitch too much about your wife.
Yeah.
The wife don't know nothing about me,
What you
but
about-
I know
right.
her name, her last name, her birthday, where she worked at, what she do for a
That's how you
living.
get
If that's the real, you win. That's
The last time-
the
the
last
last
time
time
he
sucked
finna
your
leave
dick,
him.
the last time she
Leave her.
ate, you ate her pussy. I know everything about that
But-
bitch. That bitch don't know nothing about me. So if I'm a crazy bitch, I can run up on that bitch.
And kill them.
if you want to,
Niggas
Thank you. That's why they do that and kill them.
in a relationship, it's
I
always
was
gonna be
saying, so you gotta really be pray when you with a nigga. You gotta really pray that he don't put you out there like that,
Right.
because I done seen and heard where a woman was married to a man and she was leaving home and guess what? Got killed by the side chick
That's
because
crazy.
she knew everything about this woman.
Cause he talk too much.
He talking too much.
What you about to say?
I was gonna say in a relationship, it's always gonna be something that the man or the woman is lacking because nobody's perfect.
Exactly.
So if you feel like, hey, my woman ain't doing this, I gotta go get it from here. You don't need to be in a relationship.
Exactly. You not ready
And
for it.
same thing for me.
And then he could be getting that one thing from you, but at the same time, he still need other things. So
Right.
Exactly.
you only providing that one thing.
Uh-huh.
No, what I'm
Yes.
saying that I can provide 20 things, and I'm missing the
The
21st thing.
21st
No, I'm
thing.
saying as a side.
Oh,
chick.
okay, okay.
You coming at him. He saying his wife is missing this, so she not doing
Right.
this, but he come to you because you do this.
Yeah.
What about the other stuff?
Right.
It's
That
something
she-
that you ain't
that
got
she
that he
can't do.
ain't gonna want neither.
That his wife doing. Or that his,
And
the-
let's
Okay, so what do you
Right.
all think? So, okay, so since we're talking about things that you like, okay, so this is kind of like I know old Tyler Perry movie that talking about the 80-20 rule. Like most relationships, you're gonna get 80% of what you want and 20% that you're not, and you're gonna have that person who's gonna give you that 20%, but it's not worth losing the 80%. So
Correct.
let's just say that we as women. Let's say we're in a relationship. Let's say we are married and we are with a man who's not even giving us 80%. Like, let's just say, because for me, I am super duper emotional. Emotional support is something that is so important to me because, when I was younger, when I was broke as fuck, you know what I'm saying, money was a big deal.
Right.
He got to be financially stable. Da, 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 da. But when things started looking up for me financially, there wasn't like I want him to be financially stable, but it's like, okay, I'm not so opposed to us, building together, starting businesses together, being able to do things together to get money. But I need him to be emotional supportive for me because that's something that I think that I need the most is emotional support. So let's just say that I'm in a relationship with somebody, but he's a mean ass motherfucker. He's providing for me and all this stuff, but I'm going crazy. I'm mentally fucked up because I don't have no man my man is not emotionally supporting me, and I step out because this man is giving me all the emotional support, but he just got like a $50,000, let's say $60,000-$70,000 a year job, but my nigga making $200,000-$300,000 a year. You know what I'm saying?
You supposed to let him know that he not going to provide you or he lacking in that area. I feel like that's the fair way to handle any situation. You gotta let a person know how you feel.
And I'm very good with communicating. Like I said, I communicate.
So what if he's not a good communicator? Because that's the thing. Communication.
I've been there.
What you said. Communicating is the number one thing. If we're not communicating what we want and what we don't want, and we're not being honest with what we want and don't want.
Some people do avoid communicating with
If you feel like that man
So
ain't
she just cut it off. She just cut it off and leave and say, "Hey, I'm not getting what I need from this relationship."
Yeah,
because you're not interested and you're not heard and it's not communication.
People cannot fix a problem they don't know a problem exists. So if she don't tell that man, "Hey, you're not giving me mental support as much as I would like," then you tell him that, then he don't fix it. Then there's your opportunity to leave.
So how
Don't
long
just
do you
leave.
get to fix it?
And then even if he's
correct,
not
because
even a communicator, and that's something that you know that he's not willing to work on, or he can't communicate, you can't make nobody
do nothing.
Right.
Because
No,
being married and I was like that. I was the communicator and he wasn't. So if I'm like, okay, boo, we need to talk when you get home. You can communicate with everybody else, your partners, but we need to talk when you get home. Okay, we're gonna talk. But when you get home, you avoid communicating with me and going and living and fall asleep. And then and I told you this over and over, and now it's starting to affect me mentally, where I'm crying every day, where I'm trying to talk to other guys because they, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they talk to me and current. So guess what?
But they
Now
don't
it's time
necessarily
to roll.
mean that person is a communicator.
Well, let me
You
ask
might
you.
just go be communicating with what you want right then.
But right now you gotta think about the now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I ain't getting it at home, he doing it right now. Yeah, he's doing it right now. But that ain't saying, oh, I'm gonna leave him because he can. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
But the thing is what I need right now, I'm gonna get it right now
So
until I do leave and be by my motherfucking self.
Is that cheating though?
Big
Yeah.
cheat. It is cheating.
That's interesting
but-
in you, your personal
but
business
this is the
between
thing.
you and your spouse.
Yeah,
That's
it's
something
cheating, but then
supposed to
that's
be
when it's
between
time for you to roll. So all these goddamn men and women want to go and talk to the side person how unhappy they are. Show me how motherfucking unhappy you are.
And come
And
on,
go, yes.
You
Show me how motherfucking, because I can't understand why the fuck would you continue to be in that relationship if you so goddamn unhappy. You don't care about your fucking self.
right.
Oh, okay.
That goes back to that 1 out of 10.
I have to do what? Exactly. You don't care about your fucking self. You're gonna stay there and
I know that well you don't care about me.
I got time to hear. Oh, I just can't keep doing this. Well, motherfucker, what you gonna do?
Leave.
Right.
It don't make sense to me. That's the type of shit I got tired of. You know, so
I
nah.
don't want to hear that shit. I agree.
So the bullshit with these men with wives, fuck it. No, they ain't doing nothing about it. They just stringing you along.
I agree, friend.
Shit, fuck that shit.
I mean when she leave.
Exactly.
Look, I told
Well, she
you.
gone.
And that's if I'm available.
Right.
Because I may not be available
I
then.
Y'all might as well
told
just
you.
be in polygamy.
Look, what
They're
this is
all
all
on.
Sister wife.
Big ass mansion. Come on.
Exactly.
We'll be on one
If
side.
that's just in case.
Yeah.
Shit. Because I ain't gonna keep hearing your goddamn sob ass story if you ain't paying these bills.
Okay, so one
Bye.
last question before we end this episode. Because we done got to talk. Like, y'all, I'm telling you something. We didn't have no topics for this episode. But we let this shit.
have time.
This shit just flow naturally. Naturally.
I have time.
Stevie having a fun time.
Wait till I get my voice back. I'm gonna talk over these.
Okay.
I thought you got to be.
No, my voice gone.
It's
coming back. It's coming back.
So, last question I'm going to ask. So, since we got to talk about infidelity, cheating, marriage, all this stuff like that, 80-20, who do y'all think cheat better? Men or women?
Duh.
I feel like women cheat better.
Yeah, men so sloppy.
Yeah, they are.
Sloppy.
But I feel like women,
I'm gonna say this.
I feel like men take it harder when a woman
for
cheats than a
sure.
man. Because when a woman
Right.
cheats, it's more so because they not getting fed something and they looking for something else that's something deeper. It's not more so just physical.
Mm-hmm.
When a man cheat, it's more so he thinking with his dick more than he thinking about with his brain. When a woman cheats, she thinking about her brain.
Yeah.
So it
And I was gonna
affects the
say
man
this
more.
because when women cheat, they like the nigga. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like,
Ooh, that's true.
They ain't
Yeah.
just doing something just to be doing. A man
Right.
sometimes he'll cheat because she fine.
Right.
It's the right moment. It's the right
It ain't
time.
nothing that you doing wrong. You don't got to be
And
doing nothing wrong.
and I'm
for
gonna
a
say
man
this.
to
I'm gonna
cheat.
say this. How men get caught versus women getting caught up. Because women, we are emotional creatures, right? So we know if we cheat with a guy who we know already got somebody, we're gonna say in our head, "Oh, he got somebody. I ain't worried about that." Then as soon as you have sex with that person, there we go with the soul ties. Here you is acting crazy then. So the same dude you met that you slept with, that you knew had a girlfriend or a wife, now you want to go and tell it. No, don't come tell me nothing.
Right.
I want with you when you were getting it. I don't want to be with you now. When he would make you happy, you weren't calling me. So now that he making you mad, still don't call me.
I had hunger.
I don't want to hear it, baby.
She said,
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
She told me about how her husband was cheating on her, and the woman was calling her, and she said the woman called her trying to tell her like she was gonna get mad, but this girl was a different girl, so she really was like, so what, you mad? And she was like, I want you to keep calling because every time you call, I get a new ring, I get some new bumpers, I get a new car, I get this. So keep calling. I want you to keep cheating with him because he buy me new things when you call me.
That's how mine was.
So for men,
So you're mad because then everything not going right for you no more because you wouldn't be calling me if he was calling you and he was up under your ass.
So
Men
don't
don't tell on you.
if it's the opposite way though, if the man called your man,
That ain't too quick. Men don't do this.
men don't
Some of them
typically-
do it though. They depend on the guy. Depending on the guy.
If he caught up and his feelings involved, he
Yeah.
caught up, he gonna do whatever to break whatever you got to do.
But the thing about that
Some
is,
men do.
we know how to end it because I don't cheat. I ain't cheating, baby. I ain't cheating on you. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
Baby, I ain't cheating on you. But I mean, if it was the case where my nigga pushed me out and like Steve said, had me where mentally I needed to go out and find something else because I'm not getting it at home, then that nigga call and say, yeah, this and that. Guess what? I'm gonna call him up, bitch, you a hoe ass nigga, and I ain't fucking with you. No motherfucker phone don't call my phone, and I'm through with it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These niggas go back. Like, I'm sorry, baby. You had to call her or this and that.
Yeah.
They still stay there.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, leave.
They don't know how to cut it off
Yeah.
Men know how to cut it off. Men do not know
when
how
they
to
get
cut it off.
caught.
They don't know how to. Men
They still trying to please that other woman, but still trying to stick with that with his mind.
Okay, but do y'all not think that men? Because we talked about earlier that women being fucked up individuals sometimes too, because we are fucked up. And I can look back at some other relationships I've been in. I probably was the cause of this shit. So, do you not think that men? Because we tend to think that men do not need emotional support. Like men are not emotional creatures, but some of them are.
They are.
So,
Very much
do
so.
we not think that men cheat for emotional reasons? Because some of us typically, I know I'm guilty of it. We tend to think that. I didn't think straight. He cool. He'll be alright.
And I think that's
And then he cheat because that bitch is like. I'm gonna tell you, story time quick. I dated a guy who was me and him was like best friends in high school. When we got like 20 something years old, we decided to start dating each other. We were fucking with each other, stuff like that. But I was in hair school at the time. He was truck driving, and we was fucking with each other. But school was more important to me. I was focused on that and all that stuff like that. So I didn't have a lot of time to spend with him. And I wasn't that girl who was always, oh, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like that. But he ended up fucking off on me. He pretended that he had a baby on me. It wasn't even his baby. It was the bitch baby. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I thought that shit, baby. I'm the baby, daddy and all that stuff. He had lied to me and everything was his baby. But he did it to get me, to push me out away.
Mm-hmm.
He lied to me to say that he had a baby on me, thinking that, that's going to make me not want him anymore. Well, when it all came out, that was not his baby. He left me for that girl, but she was the girl who was like, she fixed his plate. Hey, daddy. And she was real needy. And he liked it. He needed it. So emotionally, I was just like career driven at that time. I was not focused on being in the relationship. I thought we were spending time and it was cool, but he wanted the bitch who called him daddy, fixed his plate, cook for him, cater to him, and all that stuff like that.
But that's kind of different than
that's
emotion.
not emotional.
That's a nigga. He wants somebody.
love language.
He wants somebody that feeds his ego. He wants somebody that's gonna kiss his ass, and that goes back to the same thing as men kind of mad because women make more money than them. You get what I'm saying? She don't need you for shit, so let me go to the bitch that's gonna need me or gonna treat me like a king. But you're really not a king because bitch, I'm queen.
I feel like emotional support for men, because when you would have got a woman with a man, you look for that man to be the strong person or the person that gonna handle everything and roll with the punches.
Right.
You don't want to see your man crying. You don't want to come home and he in the closet crying. Because you look for him to be that rock.
Mm-hmm.
You look for to be that person that be crying. Mm-hmm. So I think that a lot of times women don't look know how to be there for a man when he's emotional, because that's not what they want in a man. They don't want to see that in a man.
But I was just talking to somebody about that. Like me myself, I'd rather a man show me he has emotions. I'd rather see a man cry. I know how to, be there for him if he's crying. Yeah, I don't look at him no different. You still a man. You still a strong protector. You have fucking feelings just like I do. Exactly. Because if it was to happen to me, I'd probably be crying too. And I wouldn't want you to think differently of me. So men do have feelings. And I don't mind a man crying.
And you know why they don't cry? Because society said them in the beginning.
And that ain't good.
Stop crying, little pussy.
That ain't good.
But
you a boy. Boy ain't supposed to cry.
Let me ask y'all that. What? Is it just do we think that is that black people that just
black.
Yeah.
Because I don't hear any other race that says that a man is supposed to be tough. A man is supposed to cry. I know, and I done said that a couple times to my nephew and my son. You a boy, you ain't supposed to cry, but Why not?
It's a difference when kids just sit up there whining about everything.
Yeah.
You know, you get little boys that just whine about everything. Not baby.
But as they grow up, then they're learning not to show feelings because my mama, you know, my first love taught me I'm not supposed to cry. So now I'm not able to show emotion.
And that's
you
your
know.
way of, and you instilling something into them that you didn't necessarily know that you was
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that is true. I do think that that's a big thing in the Black community, that we do not allow men to show their emotions and their feelings and stuff, and when they express them overtly, that we kind of
Yeah.
Even when women be like, "Oh, he's too clingy." Okay, bitch, I'm clingy. I want my nigga all over me. If I'm laying in the bed and he ain't hugging doing something,
yeah,
I really am fucking upset.
Y'all, later I been I be telling the nigga like, you been acting funny for 2 days. He be like, I just talked to you. You been. Cause I don't have to be clingy. I don't know if that's something that just came on. I'm like, you been acting funny for 3 days. He's like, I'm here.
I don't care if you talk to me for 10 minutes. Call me all day.
Yep, call me all day.
Well, I mean, like he'll just go in there, like just say, you know, we've been watching the movie. He'll go in there and play the game, and I'm like, what you coming here for?
I'm real touchy feeling.
Me too. But it just came on me.
I need my
even when I did it on this, it just made me miss him. So when I see him, it's like I'm hopping back on you again. Like,
but y'all were actively visiting each other a lot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
and
I
Skype out like
that. Yeah, you know, I can't do that. I can't do that. But you know, I think that this episode was another good one.
Yes.
I'm like, look, I just said this the last 3 episodes with my friends. I like give me shit. They are flowing. We are having so much fun recording these episodes. And we want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode.
And I want to thank Courtney for giving me her shirt. I'm the referee for this episode.
I inspire him. I inspire him.
Yes.
So thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of The Party of 4.